right.
You're listening to WCOM-LP, Chapel Hill, Carrboro, North Carolina. 103.5 FM on your dial.
WCOM FMLP, Carrboro, Chapel Hill. Legends from the Painted Cave. Today in the studio we have Kevin Hiccups. Say hello.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning.
Michael Dre here, your host with Hiccups. So glad y'all could be here. We're going to start a sound bath. Couple, 5 or 10 minutes. So get yourself ready. Get your journey blanket or your pillow or push back from your computer or your housework and lay on down or sit down and take a break. We'll drum for, 10, 15 minutes or so. And we'll do that again at around 10 o'clock as well. So we'll have two drum journey sound baths for y'all. Yeah. What are we talking about? Oh, we were talking about what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, talk about talking about it. So much stuff, to be.
Well, we got domestics and politics and nature and nurture. We got witches and warlocks and presidents.
Put words together, make sentences.
Sentences?
Make sense of the sentences, yeah.
Well, I've got the recording on here, so hopefully the show will be recorded. We're shooting for that. Although the meters look like they're moving, so that's a good sign. Microphones are on. So I was driving into work today.
Work. Yeah. Yeah.
Sentencing.
I don't know if you can call it work. You're driving over here.
Halloween's around the corner.
It always is.
What do you like to dress up? You like to dress up on Halloween. What's your favorite costumes for scaring people, especially the kids?
I don't. Normally it's adult dress parties. Not really. Not really around a lot of kids during Halloween.
Or do you stay home and hand out candy?
No, I haven't done that in many years. Many years. Yeah, it's normally just adults dressed up, drinks, stuff.
Party time.
We Sandra. We used to go to. She used to always have a big party, and we would go over there. I dressed like a dragon, my dragon costume. That's pretty neat. But the onesies, got a bunch of onesies and different characters, different things. Those always come in handy when you're camping. Nice chilly night.
They're warm.
Instead of going and throwing on all your winter clothes or a jacket, just throw that on top of what you got and you're ready to go. Just ready to go. Brand new me.
Ready to play?
Ready to play.
We got Shikori Hills Grassroots Festival of Music, Dance, and Healing Arts, first weekend of October, whatever dates those are.
I always forget.
Well, it's changing each year, so.
I always remember Shikori like the week before. And it's not really the week before because normally I go out there Wednesday, so it's like a few days of just hectic packing and
not sleeping.
Lauren.
Yeah. Hello,
yeah.
Lauren.
Trying to go to sleep. That's been my problem for so long. It's like if I'm doing something the next day, I just can't sleep. I don't know. It's not really like I'm laying there thinking about it. It's just I can't sleep.
What do you call that?
I call it a fair day syndrome. Like
Fair
you're a
day
kid
syndrome.
going to the fair tomorrow.
Can't sleep. Lauren, try your microphone. See if we got it.
Hello.
Ah, yes. There you go.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm just grabbing my headphones. Sorry, getting coffee took longer than anticipated.
Over here at Gray Squirrel across the street.
Mhm.
Yeah. They're a non-cash store.
Mm-hmm.
Only the card. That's the first time I've ever run into that.
Modern times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern people.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta keep up with the times.
It's
Or your phone. Don't have to have a card. We can use the phone now.
Mm-hmm. Tap.
I think some of that comes from the younger generation not being able to count money. I'll tell you about that. There's lots of people they get their first job and they don't know the difference between pennies and dimes. They hand them out by size. So if you during a day of operation you handed out dimes for pennies, you're already,
Because it's smaller, so it's obviously
yeah.
less.
Well, like the European money, it is based like that. You would have
Size.
a smaller one would be the lesser value. So it I remember we used to give people discounts for paying in cash. 10 years ago or whatever. If you show up with cash,
Is that right?
Yeah.
The coffee shop I go to in Carthage does that. Get like 80 cents off or something.
I guess maybe it's enough to keep track of physical
Yeah.
money, I guess.
You-
Maybe like as a business that might be a little
You wouldn't have to run to the bank at the end of the
Yeah,
day. You
right.
don't have to get
Deposits.
change and have change
Mhm.
available. You
Don't
count
have-
the till.
Cash in your drawer for, that's
don't,
dangerous.
You don't have to worry about staff taking extra money home.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of good things about it, but I don't know.
Electronic money.
Right, but I do like to use cash, but
I do
I
too.
get the ease of not even offering it.
Well, the machine must cost, right, to have that machine,
Yeah.
that
but-
service.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's probably right.
But still, it's a lot cleaner.
Mhm.
Money can
Mhm.
hold,
I guess faster transactions.
Mhm.
unless you get me in line and I forget my PIN number.
too.
Start a store that only takes change. That's all we take.
I'll never go there. Oh my God, $50 of change in my pocket. Oh, it'd be rolls
Right.
of slugs. Yeah.
Well, that's also, it's like you need so much of the cash now to,
Mm-hmm.
Anything you're buying is going to take a little bit
I
of
know.
cash.
I never thought about that.
Like,
Inflation.
Yeah.
When Europe was going down the tubes there and all that inflation, it was $100,000 or lira for a loaf of bread. I don't know, maybe they had $50,000 notes, so it's only a couple of notes.
With the economy the way it is, it's like you don't hold on to it long enough for them to even need to hand you cash. Just one number goes into your card, and then that number just goes out that same week. Oh my,
right.
that sparks so much ideas.
So it's like fun when you do find cash. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
money.
when I was younger, I was like, it would be so cool. I would be known as like the $5 guy, and I would like hide $5 bills like at your house when I come visit or something. And then you're just wondering who,
Where this money came from.
yeah, why did I ever put that money in that book? And it's like you did, and I put it in there 5 years ago.
That's
It never happened, but it was.
Treasure, the
Yeah.
treasure planter.
yeah.
Well, we got the fire department going by. Thank you for not revving your sirens up.
Why would they cut through here? Yeah.
They do maneuvers in here. They had their big ladder out on that truck over that building over there a couple of weeks ago.
They're getting out.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hotel there, right in our same
Yeah.
parking area.
They're doing stuff. Pulling out their bags.
Yeah, I guess they're going.
Oh, there's someone in the so they're here as a EMT. They were just the closest. The EMT on the fire truck. He's gonna run up there and help somebody.
Don't jump.
Oh, okay, I see. Looks like they're right here on the sidewalk. Someone had a bad morning.
Collapsed.
To the rescue.
So let me close this door because we're gonna have a bunch of sirens in a second. Make it not so loud.
Lauren, it's been a few minutes. You were up on vacation for, I don't know, 10 days.
Yeah, about a little over a week.
Family good. Everybody got home safe.
Second
What?
responder.
I drove both ways, 9 hours.
Did you have a companion with you?
Yeah, my brother and his girlfriend were in the car. He was asleep like the whole time, but she kept me company. But it was nice. I actually really enjoy driving. So
Me too.
the very like start of it and the very end of it is the worst part.
Of the driving.
Yeah, of the driving. It's like, oh geez, it's only been an hour and a half.
Yeah. And it's like, another hour to the house.
Yeah, another
I'm so
8
done.
hours. Yeah, 'cause
Mm.
it's a 9-hour, 10-hour drive. So. But we drove through the night on the way there, which was kind of cool. I like doing that, watching the sunrise, and so we got there at like 9 o'clock, and then so that only took like 9 hours, and then the drive home we left at like a normal like 8 o'clock, so it took us a little longer on the way home. But
Did you get to drum for your family?
yeah, I needed to follow up with you guys on all that.
Before we start into that, we have to start a drum journey because I promised we'd
Okay.
have a first thing.
Yeah, let's do it. 'Cause
Drum journey.
This is a story, so.
I have a drum here if either of you would like to drum.
You want to
Or journey, if you like, either
I
way.
think I might want a journey.
drum? Okay, I'll play. I do both at the same time.
Both.
I'm always on a journey.
A bother. Yeah, so go ahead. We're going to start a drum journey now. Get yourself comfy, and if you already are, start some long, deep breathing. Long breath out is important as well. Go at your own pace, not a forced sort of thing, just gently. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one to be. No one to be, just here resting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back. Legends, you are a legend. Legends from the Painted Cave. We're creating our myth as we go, day by day, moment by moment. We are blessed, guided, led, supported, protected. Might not feel like that always, but it's true. Our life is our life. We have a destiny. We're walking in this right now. We're often renewed with new thoughts, new feelings, new emotions. We can't get this life wrong. Feels like that sometimes, but it's our life. Each and every individual is in the perfect position to things of this life at this time. We're growing. A sense of belonging we have sometimes, especially with the medicine drum. Very soothing, grounding, relaxing. We feel comfortable in our body with the medicine drum sound bath. Gratitude. Well, if anybody would like to call in and maybe share your journey with us, if you had whatever experiences you might have had, whether you had visuals or colors or shapes or none of that, just even a sense of restfulness, maybe the mind chatter quieted somewhat, let us know. Our phone number is 919-246-9639, 919-246-9639, Legends from the Painted Cave. Yeah. Miss Lauren. Lauren Knight. Lauren morning. Lauren afternoon. Lauren tomorrow. Lauren today. Lauren in every way. Who else could you be? Many, 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 many others. Oh, in my brain, in my head, in my body, there's so many ancestors, so many teachers, so many familiars. So many familiars in there. And when we get too quiet, maybe with the drum, these plant medicines, they're helpful to get to know ourselves and all the many personalities and many friends, so many for some people. It's like past life stuff. It's like we go inward and we find all kinds of voices, all kinds of entities, people in our visual screen, and non-people, just light beings. And some people can really feel and see this, really connected to, memory, I guess, really. So I want to hear about your journey, first of all, just now, or if not that at the moment, maybe you're drumming for your family when you're up north, or if you would like to be silent and feel your journey. Just some options.
I like options. I'll share a little.
Great.
That was much needed. That was like a very nice rest that I needed. So thank you.
Decompression.
Yeah. And what you said was perfect for what I needed in this moment. And so yeah, I think what this journey allowed me that quiet time, that space, that relaxing feeling that I needed today. But also, when you talked about, are you my animal guide? Do you have a gift for me? So I was just shown a feather, and I've been finding a lot of feathers lately, and, as I normally do, but just particularly lately, and what I just heard is a reminder that you're being watched over, and to zoom out, there's something larger going on. And so, just what you said at the ending was perfect to wrap up my journey of knowing that we are protected and watched over on this journey of life. So that was just really nice, and just kind of flash through the past couple of months and different emotions and feelings and changes and experiences and time and all that. I don't know, the hiccups, did you have anything when you were journeying? Were you able to journey too, or?
A little bit. I was, it was more, I didn't really sleep a lot last night, so it was nice to have my eyes closed for just a minute.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to sleep until a while from now, but it was nice to pretend that I was sleeping again.
Rest your eyes. In your mind.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Pretend, imagine.
But from what you were just saying, it made me think like I go through these same emotions every time, every year. I just haven't been paying attention to it being part of a greater thing. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying it could be. And it's like it's so far in between that we don't pay attention that it happens every time, every year. That would be. Does that happen? Can y'all relate to something like that?
For sure, yeah. I'll
Seasons,
do that.
yeah.
Like if I'm in a weird place, sometimes I'll look through my camera roll on my phone and see what was going on.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Like that time.
Memories come up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, those mushrooms are out at this time of year. Oh, shoot, that's right. I need to go out right now.
Oh, my.
And get some.
Yeah, that Facebook, that got me not too long ago. I can't remember what it said, but I was like, I'm feeling that right now.
Nah.
Like, it was like, like I've had ones before where I was like, time to get ready for Shikori or whatever, and it's like, I'll see it and be like, oh man, that's in a couple days, like we were just talking about. I'm like, it's time to get ready. I'm so running late again.
Spring, fall, winter. Oh, it's that time again, and I feel, springtime comes on, we get that rush of
Fresh.
you gotta start. Something's gonna start happening because they're coming out of winter, which can be quite quieting. So, it's that time of year again, and this is gonna happen. Oh yeah, I kind of remember. I feel the same way at the changing them, but they're so far apart. Like we just had the longest day of the year last month, and now the days are getting less light and less light, and pretty soon it's gonna be, oh shoot, it's dark at 5 o'clock again.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this feeling. Yeah. But they're spread apart, but it's a surprise to me. It's like, oh my gosh, look at this long day. Oh, wow. It's a surprise each time.
I feel like it's time
But it's been a lot. I mean, it's the same each year.
But it always catches.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow.
So I think I know what
Already?
you're saying, Hiccups. Like that. Dude.
Yeah.
They're so far apart, though, is
Yeah.
what you're saying. We
Well,
forget.
it's like, it's just so far apart you don't realize, but it's,
Some things are like, especially if you went through like something big or monumental, or it doesn't have to be, but I feel like that's even more emphasized, almost like ingrained.
So that's what rituals are for, and parties and celebrations, certain times a year to celebrate. Oh, this is what we're doing. Yeah, this is familiar. This helps me feel like I belong in this body, in this place, in this time.
like I was saying to Louis yesterday, it's like what's the
Hey,
meaning?
Louis.
What's the meaning of life? And I'm like, well, we're not here long enough even to gauge it. We only get the 60 to 90 years or so to experience it. Like if we had double that, we might get a little closer to understanding what's really going on.
Because we can see the cycles and the rhythms.
We're not here long enough.
There's so much going on. Meditate, 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 meditate. Step back. Take the time. get that rest in a little bit each day so we can be refreshed.
Rest.
Refresh. Hit that refresh button. I know I've got one on my body somewhere. Can't take the time. Where's the refresh button?
It does feel like that. Close out all the tabs.
Yeah,
Refresh.
close those windows.
Start over.
Well, that's kind of what getting
again.
quiet and meditating is. I think
Mhm.
kind of sounds like that.
Defrag. Compile. Compile all that build up data. Make
Well,
it fit better.
Control them.
So I have some pretty big piles of stuff. If I just make smaller piles and a lot of them, would that be better?
Well, I was talking about like the computer would do. You'll have all these scattered files, and they'll take them and they'll just sit them on top of each other, because you're not using them, so it'll free up all this space.
Oh yeah, but they're still on top of each other.
Yeah.
Just piled.
Yeah, compiled,
Mhm.
compounded.
Zipper.
So it's like instead of just being all spread out, they're like all together.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of like we would say like the black box,
A dense
or
pile.
Yeah.
or you put it in the
I can like feel that.
or the back
Yeah.
burner. You just
Mhm.
put it all on the back burner, and then
Burn
you
up,
know,
would
it's
ya?
still there. It's just not in your
Yeah.
immediate. It's not. You can't. You not just. It's not random access memory now. It's
Yeah.
it's
Long
the other
term.
one. What is it?
Long
How's it go?
term. What is that?
There's RAM and ROM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long-term storage is how I
Mhm.
look at that. Yeah, RAM, ready available memory.
Yeah.
I like that.
Defrag.
We're just computers.
Pretty much. So there's something popped up on my phone that said, you're not using this app. You haven't used it for a long time. Delete it, or I can delete it for you, or whatever. I'm like, wow. In my brain, stuff that I haven't used in a long time, just delete that. Obviously not useful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's been months and months and months and months.
Because when you do need it, you can just download it again.
So
Anyway.
I was gonna say, yeah, it'll have the cloud there waiting to just be re-downloaded.
Well, that's what quantum physics says. Quantum physics says all the information that ever was, is, and will be is actually around us.
Mhm.
And so if we want to remember something, it's out here. We just pull it in.
Yeah, it's like trying to keep everything you own in your pockets.
Oh, ooh. I don't like that idea at
It's
all.
like
That's
I-
very uncomfortable.
I want to have all my stuff right here in case I need it, you know, right here in my pocket.
You can't find it.
And then you can't find it
Yeah.
because
Right.
it's all in the same pocket. Yeah, now you can't find it.
I need a bigger purse. I need a bigger
yeah,
bag.
yeah,
I need 4 backpacks now.
that's not the answer. More stuff.
Well, we have the cloud now. The invisible repository, which is what we have anyway.
Yeah,
When
which
we
I
drum, we
still
find that out.
Try to understand. I still don't understand. Even technology. I try to wrap my head around it, but it blows my mind.
And then it wraps its head around us.
It's like you remember we were talking about the brain has these antennas and feelers that go out into
Whole
the
body does, yeah.
into whatever and pulls in information and whatnot.
Antenna. Mhm.
And we were walking around talking about it like it was such a brand new concept. We
Yeah.
just heard about this from whoever, and someone was walking beside me and he said, "Oh, you mean like the cloud?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So it happened, and we started using it in technology, and then someone was like, "Okay, I'm gonna turn that into a reference for whatever,
Mhm.
whatever life or
Downloading information
physiology."
from- Yeah. Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, okay."
It's in the cloud.
Now I feel dumb, you know.
It's in the cloud.
It's just referring to us as, you know, the
Even
computers.
calling it that. You know. It's
The,
in the cloud.
the computers mimic us.
Yeah.
We made the
Yeah.
computers because it's something that came out of
Yeah.
our creativity.
Mhm.
So there's an extension of who we are. They're our mirror or whatever.
Yes. It's a tool.
I'm a tool.
I-
Use me.
I knew
Use
that.
me,
I
but
knew
don't
that. I
abuse
knew
me.
it. We've always knew this.
I can do all what you need. Just tell me. How can I help?
Yeah, it's like I always feel like the masculine is like a genie, you know, like the whole or maybe not even masculine, you know, just a doer, someone who can get stuff done, you know.
That
They
energy.
they can manifest stuff. They're doers.
What do you want?
They're genies.
I could do that for you.
And then
What do you
there's
want?
like, you know, like witches who do the ceremonies and cook the brews and make the medicines and
Spell makers.
spell, yeah, well,
No.
spell providers or they can,
Facilitators.
yeah, it's like two different sides of the energy.
Like setting it up, kind of preparations.
Here's the potion. Now you can go on a magical experience for yourself. Your brother is receptive to the drums still.
Yeah, everyone in my family really is.
Do you have a big crowd? Do you have like 8, 10 people out there?
Yeah, so yeah, we had a lot of people, and it's just funny. So it's the day of my cousin's bridal shower. Everyone came back to our cottage and had a bonfire, and I brought my drum out. And first, my aunt was or the first person I drummed was my uncle. So my dad's brother. So this is my like dad's family that I'm drumming for this weekend. They're squeaky.
Yeah,
But
that's it. Don't breathe. No squeak, no breathe.
I'm gonna sit still.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's bound to happen.
It's a spirit.
It's natural.
Spirit
Yeah.
of the chair.
But yeah, I just had been eager to drum for him, so I was really excited. And he was sitting there on the porch, so I just asked him if I could, do it for him. So I drummed for him for like 10, 15 minutes, and he loved it. He's like, I don't know where I went, but I was not on the front porch of the cottage.
No way. Oh,
Yeah.
it makes my hair raise.
Yeah, and there was like a beautiful breeze going on, and so that was really beautiful. And he enjoyed it like I, felt that he would, and then drummed.
But
for,
he's the one that was like, nah.
Well, not necessarily.
To start
but
back in
kind
the
of,
day.
yeah. I think, yeah, for sure. I feel like it's unfamiliar to most people in my family and a lot of my friends, so most of my community. So there's a little apprehension there, and it's just very outside of the realm of anything that they're into. But I just knew that he would like it because his brother, my brother, like other members of our family, enjoy it. I enjoy it. Most everybody I've met enjoys it. So it was cool to finally introduce it to him, and yeah, he loved it. And then my aunt was experiencing some pain, like some sciatic nerve stuff, and so I drummed for her and my cousin's mother-in-law, so kind of both the mothers in her life together, laying on the floor, and she loved it and loved how she could feel the vibrations from the floor, and she's like, that was phenomenal, I've never experienced anything like that. And it's just always really cool to be able to bring something like an experience like that to people, especially people that you love and hoped and felt that they would feel this way about this. So they both really, really loved it, enjoyed it.
So what about her sciatic pain?
I think she got some relief, but not total relief.
Okay.
But I think there was a lot going on. But yeah, I mean, she was standing up straight, brighter, smiling. I mean, you could tell that so much weight had been
She
lifted.
was surprised.
She was very surprised, and it just really set the tone for the rest of the evening, where
Oh, so cool.
old
Oh my
friends
gosh.
stopping by and lots of laughter,
Open.
and catching up, and really good vibes, good energy. So then the last people I did, because I'd be like bringing them inside into the cottage while people are partying outside, gathered around, sitting in a circle, eating food,
Next.
talking. Yeah, exactly. So then I did my my cousin, both of my cousins, and one of her boyfriends, and they.
You need to go in and see the drummer shaman lady.
Yeah.
You won't believe it.
You won't believe it, and they loved it, and she's like, you gotta bring this to my bachelorette party. And my one cousin Kate, she's like, this is a really great bonding like tool and experience, and it is. It really is.
Because it's outside of the ordinary chit chat every day, uncomfortable stuff. Maybe it's like gone.
Gone, and your heart's more open, and you feel more grounded, and you're at peace. So like your guard's down. You just feel a lot more comfortable in your body with yourself, and then therefore, like I feel like with others, especially people that you're already familiar with and already care about. It just is even more amplified, I feel, but just brings people together, and I was like, that is, it is a great bonding activity and experience. So yeah, it was just drumming all that whole time, which was just wonderful, because you're in under the trees, and our lawn is just covered in moss, and I just living in the city, it's that's always been my favorite place to go. I look forward to it every summer, and sometimes we go in the fall and winter.
Did anybody get to drop into a visionary state?
No, but I feel like I should call my aunt up and talk about her experience a little more, but no, mostly it was just the relaxation, that space to just kind of be and to relax. Because most people in my family don't really meditate or anything like that. Normally it's not in their practice, so.
Well, next year we're going to have to get you a couple of drums and give them out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because some people would, I got to, me and Hiccups were over here at the, and Louis and Eric showed up at the Forest Theater over here on campus of UNC Outdoor Amphitheater.
Yeah, I'm excited to check that out.
And yeah.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's outdoors, very nice. We load up with mosquito spray.
There we go.
Before. And Rachel joined us also, and she took one of the Remo black drums home.
Wonderful.
And yeah, so she wants to share that as well. That's kind of part of the big, it's really kind of one of the big pictures of this whole thing is get as many drums out to the people as possible.
Right.
Spread the love.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit or lay and a drum.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's not between me, the drummer. It's between the drum rhythm and vibration and the person receiving. So the drummers are totally out of the picture.
Yeah.
So there's no interaction that way. In fact, we're trying to be just quiet and still in our mind and pray and just keep our vibrations quiet.
Yeah, I love
so
that.
simple.
Yeah.
It's like the easiest healing arts practice to move into and be a really big, very beautiful time. So relaxing.
It's so relaxing. Yeah, it's great, and I already have a couple people in my life I could see that would love to purchase a drum.
And at your work, they would like to have the medicine drum sound bath for
Yes.
the employees.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask about that. Ask them if they would be open to a couple of close friends of yours or mine. But
Okay.
it might just want to be that, and that's fine, of course.
What do you mean?
Like I'd like to invite Rachel, because she's in, and Hiccups, and, Bagel or Michael, just a couple.
Okay.
Close.
How many people?
To help drum? Or,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or, to help drum, and maybe someone wants to journey.
Okay. I'll add that in there.
Yeah, well, certainly, yeah. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because I would also like there's a couple other places in Raleigh I'd like to do one too, so maybe that could be where we invite
There you
all
go.
of them too.
I'm looking for new places too.
Yeah, like I think I'd have to look into it, but I think one at like Dorothea Dix Park would be cool.
Mhm.
They might not let me leave.
Percolating.
You're home.
Oh, that's the mental health place. Dorothy
Yeah,
Dix, that's
but
right.
that's what I like. I think is really cool about it is like what that land, what that space was used for, you know, and
Recovery
recovery, and
or uncovery.
yeah, mental health. So I think it's very fitting to do a healing arts practice experience on that land, and you're surrounded by big oak trees, and
Oh.
it's just very powerful, and that's like one of my favorite places to go. And
Do you work
recharge.
Sunday
Next
afternoon? Usually.
Yeah, usually I work 2 to like 5:30.
So I think we could. I'm already in town. We're already in town. We could do one before the 7 o'clock one, maybe over there.
Okay.
But you're barely off work then.
Yeah. Well, let's plan
Yeah.
it. We'll make it happen. I can take off or
I'm looking forward to
Prepare.
Tuesday night.
yeah. Yeah. So I'll need to just so you can do. I guess I'll just ask with them which Tuesday they would prefer,
Yeah.
and because we're kind of waiting to see what would work for y'all. But
Everybody. Win-win.
yeah.
So the drum meditations are really helpful for a lot of people. I guess it would be helpful for everyone. But any words on how to talk someone into it? I got like a handful of people who I know could benefit from it. You know, well, everyone could benefit from it, but I know could benefit from it a lot.
Even just
and
relaxing.
I can't talk them into taking time, or I don't know.
Well, yeah, you can't really
Yeah.
make them.
Yeah, I know. That's
Well, a lot of times you just got to bring the drum, have the drum handy when you're
Mhm.
with them.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and it's like, here, I have this. Just try it. Like, you'll feel really relaxed. Like,
Well, what I
there's
like to
really-
do is to say, hey, just feel the drum. Can I play the drum just close to you? That's all. Just feel this. We're not gonna go into a journey or explain anything. Just feel this. Boom, 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 boom. And 99% of the time it's like, wow, that feels really good. Well, you wanna sit down for a few minutes? To ease it in, you know.
Oh, well, like some of the talks we've had before, if I tell them it'll get them drunk or get them high,
Oh,
you know, maybe they would lay down quick.
I like that.
You can feel like you're,
It'll get you really drunk.
This will make you feel like
it's
you're really
it
high.
is an escape, if you want to pitch it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't get them to take breaks out of their day to even try it. Like, some people are just that scattered, but those are the people that need it. The people who are super scattered and can't hold on to thoughts, and I gotta do this, and then I gotta do that, and then I gotta do this, and then I gotta do that. I ain't got time to do that, but I got time to do this.
And I don't want to do that, but I have to do that, and I have to.
Yeah,
do this.
I don't want to do this, but I got plenty of time to tell myself I can't do it, or I won't, or I don't want to do it.
Prioritizing different things.
There's so many people like that in my life. I want them all to lay down and just
Yeah, I would say just.
try it.
While they're standing in the kitchen, just bring the
Yeah,
drum over.
yeah, you gotta-
You got to start small. I've had, God, I can't tell you how many people who, first time or second time said, "This is the most amazing thing. I want to do this like more often," and I never hear from them again.
Yeah.
And they're local. They're local. I will. I said, well, I will come to your house, or we can go to the park. Never hear from. And I'll call them and say, hey, a couple months later, and they say, oh, I'm so busy, and it's like I started kind of chasing people is what it started to feel like. I'm like, oh shoot, I can't do that.
That reminds me
You
of
know?
the
Message
vending.
them and
Out there vending, people walk up, they're like, "This stuff is so cool. I've never seen that before. That's amazing.
oh,
that's
your
that's
your
one of a
craft or
kind." Okay,
jewelry?
bye.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. And I'm
Okay,
like, well, yeah.
Okay, how about $5?
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, you could have went home with one of these amazing, one of a kind, you've never seen before things if you were just hung out a little longer and tried to hand me some money or something, a piece of gum, a chocolate, I don't know, anything. Probably could have traded for it if you wanted it that bad, if you loved it and just loved it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's with everything, I guess. People,
Offer me something.
Yeah.
Let's get this negotiation
Yeah,
going.
You could have one of these. But same way, you know, you could have the same practice in your life. All you have to do is just stop moving for a minute. You know, just lay down for. We're talking 10 minutes.
Hurry up and wait.
It's 10 minutes. You probably wasted 10 minutes on the phone, on the toilet and stuff. You know, you're done. You're done with the bathroom stuff. You're just still sitting there playing phone. Sorry.
I'm talking to my.
Sucks you in.
I got plenty of time to talk to myself about the same old rigmarole, blah blah blah. But I don't have 10 minutes, 5 minutes to sit down and breathe.
Yeah.
And quiet my mind.
I'll tell you about my problems for an hour, but I won't take 10 minutes to fix them.
Or just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Or just even leave them alone.
Yeah, just leave it alone. Get it out of your head for just a moment.
Yeah.
And see where you come back.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Just that. I can just do nothing
Bless
and
them.
have no thoughts. No, that's not. I'm scared. You're scaring me.
Yeah.
Out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, it gets to the point where it's like it feels like they want to be like that.
It's a habit.
It's a habit.
It's just habit.
They don't want to try anything different. They want to just, you know, like the old saying, you know, you keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. It's madness.
Gonna have to go over to a special little room with some special people to take good care of me. Why are we so like this?
Now you're a philosopher.
Why?
You start asking why, now you're a philosopher.
Wifeler. Wise philosopher. Wise philosopher. Wise philosopher. Legends from the Painted Cave. WCOM FM LP, Carborough Chapel Hill. Legends from the Painted Cave. Shamanic journeying. Well, not so much shamanic, because shamanic journeying is just with the drum or sticks. Any rhythmical sort of apparatus, rattles, and but anything other than that would be a sound bath. So that's why I changed from shamanic drum journeying to medicine drum sound
I
bath.
call it a drum meditation. Because that's the two things going on. You're meditating and someone's playing a drum. And then we get into like I said, there's two parts. There's the drum meditation, and then there's the whatever we were trying to call sonic agitation or whatever, where you get the drum
Sonic
close enough,
massage.
closer to you, you can feel the vibration. Yeah, two different things.
There's the rhythm producing the meditative state, the consistent, and then there's the actual placing the drum rim on the body, a somatic experience. Yeah, it's two different things.
Like in a normal meditation, you wouldn't want to touch anyone. You would
Because
want,
it's snap
you would want
them
to
out.
keep them in as long as they could stay in. Yeah.
Because touch is like, oh shoot, there's something touching me. Boom,
Yeah.
there goes the
brings you
deep.
right back to the third dimension or whatever. This plane of existence.
Yeah. So what I've been kind of noticing is with return people, some people can journey really well. So I don't want to place the drum on them and take them out. But a lot of people don't. They just get relaxed and it feels good. So those people, I can go ahead and place the drum on them because they're not in a deep meditation anyway. So that works with it. return people. I get to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't mind, Lauren, even though you journey pretty good and have visuals and visit
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
stuff. You don't
it's-
mind the drum actually touching you.
No,
the
I feel
rim.
like I'm able to go back to that place almost deeper after you do that. You know?
After the drum
It's
is placed on
me,
you.
Yeah, and then you
Oh, really?
lift off and move on to the next person. It's
Mhm.
like that. Then I go back into that journey, sometimes deeper.
Cool.
So
Good to
yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of feel
I'm doing this 12 years. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You know,
At
it's
least for
It's different
me.
with everybody.
Yeah, and it's different every time too. But but mostly, yeah, that's what I would say. And like it'll, or like if I have like tension, or I'll feel, like sometimes I'll feel like the energy flowing out and like needing to be, I don't know, like how to, like when I roll to my side or if I move to my back, like once it's placed, especially on my back, like placed, between the shoulder blades area, it like releases all of that kind of blocked and stored energy, and I guess that, and then I go back into the journey. I don't know. It's not like it takes me out of it, I guess.
And placing the drum on different people is, some people store tension and energy in different parts of their body.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's
That's
all
definitely-
connected.
Yeah.
It's like you hiccups, you look at people's bodies, and maybe if one hip's raised or one foot's laying out, that will maybe be a hip
Mhm.
or knee issue there.
Yeah, like a body scan or body read to.
Seeing it, feel where
Mhm.
there's.
And place the drum, if right close, or maybe the rim on the knee or something.
Yeah, like if
depending on-
I was like more spiritual, I'd say I could see it. I can
Mhm.
see it in the way your aura, and you have spikes through your soul coming from this area of your body, and I need to hammer the spikes out. But no, yeah,
Or pull them
yeah,
out.
I'm just
or
looking at the way
burn
they're
them
laying.
out with your laser eyes. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the whole body read, body scan thing. You look to the left and the right and see which one's different. Like if your left leg is different than your right leg, then, or if your shoulder's lower, or it means something.
Mm-hmm.
1 year's longer.
Yeah, feigning. That's the word I was using last year. You're feigning an injury. You're feigning to
Or favoring.
favor. Yeah.
Mhm.
To the weak side, normally people, like I said yesterday, the driving leg, your driving hip from being on the pedal. That whole side of mostly everybody, the hip, the sometimes the knee and the ankle, but mostly it's the hip.
That, yeah.
Cause it's mine hurts too all the time, And then on the lower back when they roll over, like that's where mine always hurts, right there, that lower section. So I always try to get that if they roll over. And depending on the crook of their back, I'll do up at the shoulders. Just depend. Like normally, bigger people, they have a lot of stuff built up right there.
That's
Just
where I get built up.
like a
Like a
and
hunch
the way they
area.
Yes.
like
yes,
that.
yeah.
The turtle. They're slowly becoming an old turtle.
Hunching
Hunching.
forward.
Yeah,
And-
that's a big.
Slouching.
It's
over.
common, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up straight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Because we're always looking down, like at our phones or at the computer.
Or
Mhm.
embarrassed to look at people.
Yeah.
That's the old
That's-
way. Now it's
Yeah.
looking at the phone.
I was saying, I feel like a lot of mine came from having a bigger belly when I was younger. I sort of hunch over to make it go in a little further so it don't be so
Self-conscious,
pronounced. And just learning that's rotated my shoulders forward
Mm-hmm.
to the point where sometimes they hurt. I need to be more back.
Roll them back.
Yeah, I need them to
Tuck
be
your
more
wings in.
back.
Tuck your wings in.
Mhm.
Tuck the pelvis in. We're about ready to start
Oh,
stretching in the
yeah.
studio
Time-
now.
Time for some yogurt.
Moving around.
Good.
WCOM FMLP.
What are we talking about?
Carrboro, Chapel Hill. Legends from the Painted Caves.
So,
Can you see that book?
I've been interested in your practice or what you've been doing. I'm gonna have to talk about it on the air. We can talk about it at breakfast if you're gonna hang around. But I've always been really skeptical of like Reiki, just cause I guess from what I saw at the first was like, you know,
Hand waving.
But then I watched like a beginner class on the YouTube. It was like different stages or whatever of it. And a lot of that made more sense when I actually heard them say it, like connecting meridians or putting the energy from this hand's going to this hand. So I place it here and I place it here and listen and see if they connect. That started making more sense to me. And it's not so hokey anymore. I'm opening my mind to accepting it. And yeah, like I was saying, at first it's like, I guess it's the people I seen doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't even understand what they were doing. They were living in the mystique, is what I like to say. A lot of people live in the mystique of stuff. They're not really doing it. They're not really living it. They just trying to look like it. And I think that's what had me at the beginning confused about it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like people also like will incorporate their own ways of doing, you know, energy work too. So, but yeah, I mean, for me, as far as my practice, I'm not sure if, I guess I'm at the place where I'm like, I think it's always something that I'll do, but I don't know if that's what I want to be my, like, career, which I don't,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Do
yeah,
you?
mine's very much, like, intuitive, like, kind of like we're, like, for me, almost the drum also works, it coincides so perfectly. Because it's, I think the goal is you just want to cleanse and balance, cleanse and clear the chakras, the energy points that can be out of balance. And you can, I'll find like sometimes like when I talk with you, maybe I'll pick up intuitively on some of the things that are going on, or, you know, based on maybe some emotional things or pain points or whatever. And then once you're on there and you can do a scan, feel out where the imbalances are, and you're essentially just kind of cleansing and clearing so that they can all flow properly, and just connecting to, acting as that charging cable. So tapping, you have your phone, you plug your phone into the outlet, it gets charged up. So during Reiki, you are acting as that charging cable. You're that channel for source to flow through. And I feel that way even when working with the drum. I feel like it's an extension of the palms almost for me.
Well, that's sort of what's getting me to more understand or accept it more, is that I'm getting into this practice. And I could see me looking at this the same way, like, oh, you know, that's whatever, you know, just playing a drum. But what turned in my mind was, you know, I sort of felt it like a salesman, like, but then I'm like, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. If the person leaves feeling better, am I really gonna sit here and judge your methods?
Right.
You know, I'm sitting here just saying, you know, that's fake or that's hokey or that's this or that.
Could be
but
real,
yeah, but it's like, if the person leaves any shape better in any capacity,
then
that's a win.
Yeah.
Even though you might have, you know, had to lie to them, or you had to sell it to them in a package that had a bow on it.
Well,
if you had to do it that way, it's still good.
Yeah.
I guess I was looking at it, you know, like I was looking at like I said, the beginning people waving their hands and erasing
Well, it's like
stuff.
I can fix you. I can, yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that simple. You have to also meet halfway. Like, you also have to implement some changes at home and things like that. So it's not like
Yeah.
here, come see me, and in this many sessions you'll be cured, or
And I
you'll
feel
find relief.
I feel like the person who so if it is possible, not whatever, just saying, if it is possible, the person doing it has to be really good at channeling energy.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be really good at, I don't want to hear about you, if I'm a Reiki master and then you hear, oh, you just broke up, it was a really bad breakup, you're still dealing with financial issues. It's like, that's just regular part of life. But I feel like you would be more centered and more channeled if you really gonna say that you're pushing and pulling with energy, or you're a light worker or such as that. It's, you sort of have to prove that to me. It's just the way I don't know. I mean, this might be everybody feels this way, but I just can't walk up and be like, oh, I'm gonna accept you as this. I need proof that you're at least doing something better. It can't be like I'm gonna go to someone, we're just living the same type of life, and they're like, do now you're fixed. Or but like I say, I'm getting more and more into understanding it
it's not about the person.
On a different level.
It's kind of like, well, it's like the drum. It's like you're behind it doing the beats, but it's the rhythm and the vibrations. So it's like, but I totally see what you're saying. You're like, well, if you're, and why would I trust you or believe you if I can't see the change in that person? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know really what I'm saying, but this is something, it's sort of on topic. It's it seems like most spiritual workers, they're that way because they've had a high level of trauma. They've overcome it themselves. They have already dealt with this, dealt with that. They're able to talk you through certain things because they've already lived it. They've already done it. They already learned that lesson.
Right, they're on the other side. Yeah.
And it's it's just with the Reiki, where I guess it's just the people I've seen doing it. I don't think that they really understand what they're doing. I don't think they really.
Like, talk the talk but not walking the walk.
Sort of like that. It's like they're just, like I was saying, like they're living in the mystique of, sort of like seeing kids dressed like hippies. It's like, you're not ever gonna be a hippie. Your pants are made. That's not real patchwork. That's a print. It's like you're living in the mystique of something. And you want to call yourself that or be that, but you're still not that. Like dressing like a cowboy, never riding a horse. Like type of stuff.
Kind of thing.
It's it's sort of the same thing. It's like I think a lot of the Reiki stuff is just people want to help, but I really don't think, like, if you really believed in channeling energy and doing that type of stuff, it's gonna take a very settled soul.
You have to be at a particular spot, grounded and centered.
Because if you're not, you can hurt someone.
Yeah.
You can throw their energies off. If you believe in that. But like I said,
totally, and that's and that's I feel like that's why I don't think that I could have it be like a career, because I am so, especially this part in my life where I'm still in a transitional phase, going through different things. If I'm not in a good place, I won't feel comfortable, because I have to put that energy towards myself. So I don't have it to I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can be that facilitator. Now that's not always, but I'll go through periods of that, and that's where I like go into that, where I turn it inward.
And to me, and look, this is just me thinking. I'm not I don't have a lot of investment in it. I haven't studied a lot. So it's like something I realized with church.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you go to church, you can have as much responsibility as you want at the church. If you're into it, they'll give it to you. You can be the course director. You can be this. You can be that. I started feeling like Reiki's more of a healing practice for the practitioner than it is for the person they're trying to heal. It's giving you levels to achieve. It's giving you something to work toward. It's calling you. It's sort of showing you your magic. It's showing you that there's more, and
it coincides with, I feel like for a lot of people, like spiritual awakenings, or which almost calls you to heal yourself and come back to yourself, come back to your soul. So for sure, I think at first you have to heal yourself. Before you can heal others, and I feel like, but that's
just the beginning of it.
But also, like, you're always gonna be like the student and the teacher at the same time. So, but I see what you're saying, totally.
That's just the outside view. My skeptical outside view of everything. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam until it's not, until it benefits me.
Yeah, right.
I've wanted to have this conversation with you for a while. I just
there was something else you said and I forgot, but I was going to touch on about church.
Yeah, about
But the same kind of thing, like people can hide behind, like, well, I'm a preacher, therefore I am a man of God and I speak the word of God, and it's like not always, some people are not, so.
Putting yourself in the shoes of a healer doesn't mean that you have healing shoes, or you're even there yet.
Yeah, but it's, and I think there's so many layers to it, and like when I channel, it's like I feel like I'm really tapping into my heart space, and as you should, and because the energy flows out the heart, out through the palms. It's such a personal, intimate thing, and building that your own relationship with Source, God, universe.
I mean, I believe in energy work. I just don't believe in Reiki. Or I haven't. I am getting closer to it now.
Because Reiki's just the Japanese word for, universal life force energy.
Yeah,
so
I'm understanding that a little more now.
Yeah. That's just one form of energy work.
Like we all know the words, and like chi, prana, ki, all these different names for it. They even mentioned, I heard something say the other day, the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit would be the same thing. It's just the Christian word for it or whatever. So it's there. It's there in all the different things. I don't know. It was just like I was saying. Now you're better.
That, like it's like I will feel like when I do that with my hands, like pulling out the energy.
You keep your childhood trauma in your kidneys. That's why you're alcoholic. Anyway, but like I'm saying, I'm getting more and more into it.
Have you experienced it before? Have you ever had Reiki done or?
No.
So maybe try it and see what it feels like for you.
Yeah, well, I'm unredeemable. It's I might just drain you. If someone tried to do Reiki on me, it might go the opposite way, and then now they want to go out and wreck a car or something.
Yeah, I'm just the charger cable. It's source to you. It's not my energy going to you. It's not my,
Yeah.
But I do think like where your mental state is will make a difference. But again, like you were just the channel. You're just the charger. It's not anything I'm doing to you. It's the energy's gonna go where it's meant to go, and you're gonna be helped in the way that you're meant to be helped.
I guess like I'm thinking like massage, where like I'm given energy to change this muscle hurts. Now my hands hurt, but your muscle doesn't hurt no more because
Oh, I see what you mean.
The trade.
Yeah.
They're saying
It's
there's not really a
it's not
trade.
Yeah, it's not like physically. But again, like but there are things I have to do. Make sure I'm hydrated. Make sure I'm grounded. Make sure that I'm in the place that I want to be, so that I can be the best channel that there. Because you can have a charging cable that is all frayed and doing that turtlenecking thing, or it's not really charging and it's spotty. So that it won't be as good of a charge. So it does matter in that sense. You want to be.
You're just a cord.
Yeah, but you want your vessel, you want your body to be in a place so that it can be the clearest
We're getting
connection.
back to the computer stuff again.
Right, again.
Yeah.
You are just, yeah. So
that's just being
that all
the
makes
cord.
a difference. Yeah. So it all makes a difference, but if that all makes sense.
Yeah. So there's nothing left behind. It's not like your sadness could go into someone, or
Right.
you're gonna walk away with
No.
their sadness.
Yeah, right. No. You're not taking that on. And there's practices to do to ground yourself before I do it, to
Mm-hmm.
ground center protect, so that that's not happening.
Yeah. But like I'm thinking, like with comic book or magic, there could be a cross signal. There could be you could be in so much trauma that I touch you, that now I'm taking on your traumas. And
Being an empathic person.
Yeah.
That's the protection bit.
So empaths should stay away from trying to be Reiki healers.
No. No. Because that's not when you're not taking it all on, like that that's why you do things to protect your energy.
Do you wear like shoes filled with salt or
I don't wear shoes.
stuff like that? Oh, you don't wear shoes at
No.
all.
You could wear crystals. You could do
Yeah.
whatever you want to do that gets you to the point where you feel protected.
Maybe that's my problem. I look at everything like magic, like the X-Men or a Marvel character. Like, now you have magic and you're doing your magic on people. It's not that.
Yeah.
But like I said, I missed the point for so many years that I'm just finally catching on. Like I said, if they walk away any shape better, you won.
Mm-hmm.
You did it. It does, magic or not, mysticism.
Right. But again, like, it's not even me that's doing it. It's again just
The practice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just warming up to that a little more, to the point where I'm not calling it a scam no more, which is that's just a word I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really what you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I'm all here for skepticism. I'm a skeptic myself, so.
Yeah, I'm a big naysayer and a skeptic, and
It's good to question.
but most times I'm right. So, am I really? Am I really a skeptic, or am I just right?
Mm-hmm.
I can just see through it.
Yeah. Well, you're probably. I'm the same way, where I think that I'm right.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
Ain't no sense
no.
getting up if you don't think you're right.
Mm-hmm. But to your point, I do think that there are people out there that are probably. But I still think that the energy's going where it's meant to go, and doing what it's meant to do.
I guess I should try it instead of just talking trash about it.
Experience it. Then you still want to talk trash.
Yeah,
about it,
then I'll talk
carry
even
on.
more trash. But then, with that said, that just means that I was closed to the healing. I wasn't ready.
You weren't ready.
Yeah. I just walk away still skeptic.
Maybe that's not for you, and the drum is your jam. Like it's there's different ways.
But
Acupuncture. There's all sorts of
yeah.
different alternatives.
Well, I mean, I do. I go get massages and chiropractic sometimes when I can feel that I need it. It's not like all the time, but when I do need it.
Yeah.
I know it's different things,
Yeah,
but
no,
that's
I love
normally.
chiropractor too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my therapy's more grounded in physics,
Mm-hmm.
the mechanics of my body. But like from the drum stuff, I've realized I am really interested in like we were talking about, like energy work or light work, and I'm interested in it now to the point where I just did what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I looked into the classes. I found someone who does practice it and started asking questions. That's where I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the beginning. Right there at the beginning of accepting.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
not a
I'll
scam.
do Reiki on you, and you can experience.
Yeah. Well, be careful. I do believe the energy goes both ways, and
But that is true, and that is something that I should be more aware of, and I will definitely.
and I don't know the proper practice to block
Mm-hmm.
energy. I've always been one to, like sadness sitting
Well,
stuff we talk
I'll
about.
imagine that I'm actually I'll root myself and I'll scoop up the golden light, bring it all down through all of my chakras, down through my feet, down to the
Mhm.
ground. I'll make sure that my roots are in, and I'll put the light bubble around me. So it's like
Yeah.
a ground center protect, and I have this protective shield sort of thing, and
I don't know how to block it or save myself from it, but the thing is, from not being able to do that, I've been able to just accept it. I've been able to live with it. Like whenever bad energy hits me, I'm affected by it, but it doesn't look like someone who wasn't prepared.
well, you could dump that out, like
Yeah, I
you
need
can
to.
visualize it pouring out through your feet into the ground, give it back to the earth to be transmuted, and
Mm-hmm.
and take it back to the person that it belongs to. It doesn't belong to you, so
I did used to have
give
a
it-
practice like
give it
that.
to the
Hold
earth.
on.
you can. And then
Memories.
this is where you get the hand movement. You can literally
Yeah, the hand
dry
movement.
bath yourself. So wipe it off.
Get that off me.
So I do that at the end of each practice. I will dry bath you, just
Mhm.
and have it pull out of you and put it on the ground and get your pile of laundry up and give it up to source to clean it and wash it and put it back to the person it belongs to, as love and light and not the dark, heavy.
I just remembered a practice I used to do in the tub. I'd have my
Ooh,
cup.
I love tub.
I'd have my
Mhm.
cup and I would tip it on my chest to wash away and fill it with
Yeah.
good energy, and then I would, just like you're washing it out. You're
Mhm.
washing the negative energy out of you. And I used to do that, and I haven't done that in
See?
many years.
You need to do that again.
I just remembered
Showers
I
is-
was doing that.
Shower rituals and cleansings and baths are a big part of what I do too.
Yeah, my bath became me just cleaning myself. It used to be more of a meditation.
It could be an energetic cleanse too,
Yeah.
as much as it is a physical cleanse. Yeah.
I just remembered. I'm gonna have to go do a tub meditation.
Mm-hmm. Or like let the water, even with showers, like if I'm was just at a big group party or something like that, as I've gotten more increasingly sensitive and growing and all of that, I find that I need to shower after those sorts of things and just
Mm-hmm.
cleanse and get a refresh, like
You should.
as the water pours
Some
over
dirty
me,
people.
just- but I'll feel lighter and like
Mhm.
cleansed. I'm like, there we go.
Yeah,
So that is.
I have lost that. I remember that my tub time used to be more of a meditation than just washing.
Yeah.
And now I just hop in and wash and get out.
You're re-downloading those things you forgot.
Yeah, that's what I've been working on
Yeah.
for about a year or so now. Trying to remember whatever I forgot, and there's tons of it. It seems like.
Yeah, whatever works for you. So I love that. I love the bath and the
Mm-hmm.
flowing over. Bring that back.
Bring it back.
But yeah, that's how you like transmute that, and it doesn't belong to you. Dry bath. Just
Yeah, just wipe it off.
wipe it on off. Like I can still I can feel that, and then also, you know, before you go to bed, stand with your feet on the ground. And just like imagine, you know, let the light come through the ground all the way down, and then let all the energy from the day like flow through your feet into the ground, and you can feel like it'll get tingly as you release before you go to bed, or whenever.
I need to take these Crocs off more often. That fo-
Yes,
that foam,
putting your feet in the grass,
that foam
hugging
blocks a
a
lot.
tree,
I-
standing in the light of the sun.
The last time I went barefoot, it was raining and my feet itched for a while. And I got fungus under my toes
Oh
now
no!
and my
Oh
toenail.
no!
First time I did that in so long. I was over
I'm
at
sorry.
Michael's. It was raining and I went out and washed off in the rain.
What?
Took a little shower in the rain. And ever since then, I've noticed my toenails turning brown
Oh.
on the corners. And yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like my demon fighting back against stuff that's good for me. You know?
We need some Reiki on that spot.
On my feet.
Where you were standing.
Yeah, I
On
need
the
some.
property.
I need something, some ointment.
Cleansing, clear that.
Your oh, so your feet are doing Reiki on the land and sucking.
Yeah,
out
on the whole earth.
energies.
When it,
And now you have to learn how to cleanse that out of
you
your body.
can't, I
because you're
can't
a
heal the
receiver.
world at that rate. It would hurt everyone to be healed that quickly. So I gotta keep my feet away from the earth as much as I can.
No.
Yes. I don't want to just heal the whole world so quick like that.
That'd be too much.
No one would be able to handle it.
Too much energy.
You know, if that was to happen, that was supposed to happen, and would be right.
Yeah.
So what I was hearing is Hiccups is really concerned about his energy passing to you, the
Mhm.
Reiki practitioner,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a big concern
Yeah.
because it kept coming up.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
you were saying, well, you can cleanse and just wipe off.
Mm-hmm.
My question would be, are you successful with that? Have you met somebody that when you walk away you go, wow, that was so strong that I'm having trouble getting what is theirs off of me? And in that case, what would be another? You're pretty
Not
good at
really.
shielding or grounding, or on the other side, it's just letting that pass through.
Yeah, usually I
It
feel
could
pretty
be a
energized
shield or.
afterwards. Like
So
maybe
you don't
like
have.
the next
So
day.
you don't have that hanging on to other people's releases, I could say.
Yeah, I think that.
Because some people do. I mean, I do when I'm in a conversation
I-
with somebody and it gets a little
I do.
edgy. I'll kind of like get hurt.
Yeah.
And because that was coming to me, you
Mhm.
know, and sometimes it's okay, I can go oof, and just let that go, and sometimes like, ooh, it's been a couple of days now, I'm still feeling that energy on me. So I think that's what Hiccups is more saying is, how do you deal with that in your Reiki practice? It's just you just do.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I feel pretty energized after I do it or any session. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe like the next day sometimes is more so when I feel it, and I could be better about following my own advice, but that's when I'm
Yeah,
like,
we could
okay,
all
I need
do
to
that.
go
Good
connect
luck.
with nature, and you have to do something to transmute it and
Yeah. The
Reground
transmutation.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that
That's
out
what
in a
that's
way.
a good word.
yeah. So there's different ways that I will do that, and
So you never really experienced that though, someone's energy and you keeping that and it ruining your day, sort of thing.
not from doing Reiki.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Right.
Well, that's sort of what I'm saying. Like I've noticed it in
I think because
regular
I do
life.
those, because
Regular
I
life.
do
Yeah.
those protect. I do ground center and protect before I do a session, so I'm
Mhm.
putting that intention out there. I don't do that if I'm going somewhere
In conversation.
and then I get in a conversation with somebody
Right.
or I'm hanging out
So
with
you
somebody.
have this
and-
special technique before you start your healing practice.
Totally.
Ground,
100%.
center.
protect, say a prayer. Yeah,
Oh,
like
Right. Ask for
call
your
in-
I'll tell you-
guides,
call in my
protection.
guides, my angels.
I'm
yeah.
so thinking like
Okay.
magic. Like you're
That's-
gonna put your hand over my heart and you're just gonna get overwhelmed with sadness.
It's like a superpower.
No.
Your heart is gonna
And I
break.
will feel feelings. Like I will.
I hear what you're saying.
You hear what I'm saying?
I
that
hear what
will,
you're
like,
saying.
I will feel feelings. I will allow tears to well. I will feel things, but it's never like stuck in me that I'm in like and then like weighing me down for like I feel energized after Reiki if anything.
So is
But
like
the next day maybe like but that might be because I need to hydrate some more or ground myself today.
but
you
like
know?
like an empath.
Yeah, right.
Does that happen to them? Like
Yes.
like I walk
I'm
in the
an
room
empath.
and they just start feeling all my sadness.
Yeah, but
Because
that's
that's
like
what
a daily
that happens to
practice.
me.
You don't-
That happens to me.
Yeah, but you just kind of. Yeah, and that's what makes it difficult. But you can't attach to other people's.
Like
Yeah,
like I
but
tell.
still feel it. Oh, so you feel that. You walk into a room and you go, oof,
Yeah, you
there's
can
a
feel
strong
it,
energy
but
here. And then
no.
you wonder,
Mhm.
I wonder if they're feeling that from me sometimes when I'm not feeling it, if people
Yeah.
feel it from me. So how do I guard myself to
Mhm.
not would project?
It's all common.
Someone else from
project that?
experiencing that. Well, you can't.
Well, he's talking about superpower too. Do
It's-
I have a superpower?
It's like I remember when the word empath started getting popular and people were like, it sounded like they were saying it like, well, I'm an empath, like they had pride in it. And I'm like, I really feel like I am, and it ain't really that great of a thing.
No.
It's
no.
not. It's
Yeah.
very tough.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's very hard to feel what people feel and see the trauma on people's faces that they're not.
Mhm.
Recognizing
They
yourself.
don't even know yet.
Mhm.
They don't know this stuff yet, and I feel it. I can feel it. So I have like dead ended a lot of that. Like I have scorched it to the point where I try not to feel it.
Mm.
I'm getting real good at hiding it. The fact that I can feel stuff, or what I'm not saying I'm an empath because, like I say, it feels more like a curse. If you were really into it,
Well, it's
it
a heavy
wouldn't be.
responsibility to
it's-
feel.
It wouldn't be something
Oh,
you would be walking around.
huge.
Yeah.
And if we have no tools to deal with that
Right.
and ground that
That's why
and let
we
that
need
go.
tools and exactly because it's not an easy, fun,
Mm-hmm. It's not.
love and light. Yeah, I'm an empath and I feel people's feelings and I'm so
Yeah.
much
But-
better or whatever.
But you have a practice. You've learned how to ground and guard yourself when you go
Yeah.
in to
Yeah, I need
a
to
healing
learn. I need
session.
to practice
But we-
some of
'cause we
that
can feel the
somehow.
deepest of deep emotions and sadnesses and
Mhm.
fears and that's not pretty and that's scary at times and
But when a healer is really good healer, the energy that's coming off, say, the client, you're transmuting within yourself through the pure energy channeling through you. So
Mhm.
you're not affected by whatever sadness or grief or
Exactly.
trauma that's coming out, because you have a pure channel, a bright, pure light that is changing that around. And that's the beauty of this energy work.
Exactly.
It's that.
yes.
So it's not
exactly.
hitting you. so you can be clear,
Mm-hmm.
so they can feel your energy of clearness
Mm-hmm.
that will affect the client and say, wow, I'm really safe here.
Yes.
I'm really comfortable here.
Yes,
I can let go of my stuff, and it's not affecting that person because the healer right here feels so comfortable, so
Mhm,
clean.
Mhm.
I can let go,
Exactly.
and then
Mhm.
you just and you're that channel, that medium, that place of perfect, like what's the word for just being impartial,
Mm-hmm.
just the midway point, so people like a drum.
Yep.
You're like a drum.
Exactly,
You can transmute people's energies.
She's
by
a
the
phone
practice.
cord.
You can. You've learned the ways of how
You
to
weren't here for
channel
that.
pure light to allow the client to feel so comfortable that their blockages and their resistances will melt, and they'll just like melt.
Yeah.
And it's not like a talk therapy where there's all kind of guards and there's all kind of walls.
Mhm.
It's like it's not with the drum too. Those all fall down and the person can receive. Person can receive
Yes,
pure
exactly.
light of cleansing.
Mm-hmm.
Of
But
that.
and it's like the same thing like I was saying with meditation. Like, it seems like the goal for meditation is like oneness with the universe, oneness with everything. To really achieve oneness would be such a heavy burden. To be,
Because that's everything.
cause that's everything.
Everything on my shoulder.
And now everything, you could easily feel like it's your responsibility. You can feel like it's your problem, it's your fault. Who really wants to be one with everything?
Right, so that's
You
the
know?
skeptic side. And the
Yeah.
other side is enlightenment, which says
Yeah.
nothing bothers me because I'm clear of judgment, attachment.
Yeah, I need
Any sort
I
of
need
junk.
my, like the Christians would say, I need my armor. You know,
There you
Yeah.
to walk into this.
But Buddha didn't need armor.
See, okay, I want to add to that. So for me, that's crazy you said that. So I really am into fashion and clothes, like the way I dress and the costume bit of it all. Like playing dress up was always my favorite thing as a little girl, and I love clothes. I always have. Like just the expressing myself, especially as someone who was a really shy, introverted child. That was my way of, if I wasn't gonna open my mouth and talk, like I feel comfortable because I feel like I'm being properly represented by my dress or
Mm.
whatever. So I look at it as my armor, like I'm suiting up. Like if I'm getting ready to do something, I'm
Mhm.
suiting up. Like the part of the way I dress.
And
It
you're
changes
thinking all
my
the
mood,
time, this
my
looks nice,
confidence.
this feels good.
Yeah.
Oh, I like these
So
shoes.
it's not
they
a costume;
match.
it's a uniform.
It's a uniform, but it's like
armor.
it's an armor, but it is like
Oh, wow.
I
that's
can dress in
amazing.
different costumes. It's like the costume bit because it's like I can channel different parts of my personality through my dress. Who am I going to represent today, or what am I being today? Kind of a thing.
That's fascinating, actually.
Yeah.
Like the difference
Yeah.
between a costume and a uniform. There's something there to learn.
With the
There's
uniform,
something
yeah,
more there.
Yeah, it's like the mix between the two. Because a uniform, like I feel like you think like it's more uniform, like everyone's
Well-
wearing.
Yeah, there's another word in there,
Yeah, there's something
in
that
between.
your
Mhm.
dress means more.
Mm-hmm.
Like a costume would be fun. Costume would be
Well, superheroes have their...
Right,
Costume.
exactly,
But it's
they get
not a
suited up.
costume, it's not a uniform, it's
It's-
who they are.
Yeah. Yes.
So
and
there's a
that's how
word
I-
for that
I need
one.
to start dressing better.
But it
Yeah.
does. It changes you. I mean, like, and that's.
Men's
That's
Warehouse.
exactly what you're
It's suiting
saying.
up.
Men's Warehouse,
and when
here I
suit
come.
up, I'm
Oh my
better
God.
able to block
So that's
all
the
the
big-
energies because I'm in my power. I'm in my grounded.
That's the big wardrobe.
state.
What do I
Yeah.
feel like? Who do I feel like? Who's
Well,
talking now?
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
try this on. Look in the mirror.
Exactly.
Ooh, this.
That reminds
Ooh, I
me-
feel that one.
Like
Uh-huh.
talisman.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like carrying your crystal and having your talisman and
Wow.
dressing the,
The
part.
jewelry. What? Yeah,
Just,
dressing the
well, it's
part.
dressing how I feel.
Yes.
Which one pulls out
Embodying.
that
who
how
you feel.
I feel right now?
You're not wearing a
This.
costume. You're dressing the part.
Yes.
I'm dressing who I feel, who is expressing through me right now.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes. I love that. Yep, exactly.
That was the.
It's
Glad you
not
guys-
It's like not that you want to look like this. It's that this is what I am.
Feel.
Yes.
This is who I feel.
This is what I am.
Yep.
Compared
Right now.
to this is what
at
I want to
this
look
moment.
like.
It's not for
It's not
That's
for anybody
10
else.
days.
Yeah.
It's not for 2 days. It's right now.
That sounds like the journey from childhood to adulthood. It's like I'm. Well, actually, it's opposite because when you're a kid, you wear stuff just to cover your body.
It's the
It's,
opposite.
but also as a kid,
You really
like,
don't care what it
you're-
looks like until a certain point, and then you start doing that whole
Well, right,
fashion,
like
high
like
school,
my little brother
middle school stuff.
used to always pick out his outfits for the next day. Like he'd be going to watch my brother at baseball, so he'd pick out a baseball outfit. And
Yeah.
it was uniform. He's gonna wear his baseball uniform, and then he's gonna change into.
You're gonna
this
make
for
me clean
dinner.
my room.
You gonna make me clean my room.
And like we're going to church, and he puts on basketball.
that's who I am.
shorts. Yeah.
I'm a clean roomer. That's what feels good
I
right
got-
now.
I got my shit together. Look at it. This is what it looks like. It's
Get
together.
excited about your
I
dress.
dusted.
Get excited about your
Yeah.
dress again.
Because
like
see,
you
I
do
never
as a
have
kid.
been.
No.
Ever.
Well,
ever,
I lived
ever.
at the beach for 10 years, and I learned,
Shorts
it's
and
swimming
t-shirts.
trunks, flip flops, and a t-shirt
'Cause
is about
that's
all
who
you
you
want. That's
are.
all you got.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding one time, and I had to go get fitted for a suit, and I walked in, and the guy said, "Well, what's your measurements?" I was like, "I've never been measured." He's like, "You're 24-something years old. You've never been measured for a suit?" And I'm like, I live at the beach, man. Like, you sound like an idiot right now, not me.
Yeah. Like I don't usually.
I don't even, why?
But that's when you
Dress. Oh my
right.
gosh.
But
so
the power
what?
of the
So
of
what?
outfits.
So the power of that. Sorry,
Yeah.
I hit all the microphones. So what you're saying is you're tuning into how you feel at the moment
Mhm.
and how your
Helps
not
me.
costume, not uniform, but what you're wearing.
Armor.
Suiting up.
Suiting. God, there's another word for that.
Your dress.
What
Yeah.
clothing I'm wearing is not just clothing, it's representing.
There's something more to this.
The
we need to
feel-
talk more
I know.
about this.
There is. It's
It's a whole
representing the
radio show.
feeling of
Channel
one
my
of the
confidence.
personalities
Mhm.
or one of the beauties within me that's coming out in my dress, something like that.
Mhm.
This is a whole new world opening
So-
up for me in hiccups right now.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, totally.
So back to church, you put on that choir robe to be in the choir, or the preacher puts on his robe.
Right.
That's not.
And they wear
It's not a
different colors
costume.
and-
It's not just what you dressed as. It's something else. It's
There's another word.
You're
Still look for that
representing-
garb, but, like,
it's like you're representing something
Yeah.
by having it on.
It's not.
Yeah.
So,
It's not like it's not like a uniform. It's something a little deeper than a uniform.
So when Superman goes into the telephone booth and he gets his
he takes
self
off his
on,
Clark Kent costume off.
yeah,
And that's just what he
that's a
looks like.
costume. Now that's a costume.
Yeah, Clark Kent's
His
the
mortal
costume.
body cover.
Yeah. That's right.
There's another word for.
Maybe we have to invent it. Maybe we gotta invent the new word. Maybe there isn't a word for it. Maybe the word is uniform. It's just we're hearing it more like a cop or a fireman.
I don't even see it as, because when I think uniform, I just think like
Uniform.
wearing,
The same as
yeah, like I wore a uniform in high school, like khakis and white polo, and I could wear different khakis and different
uniformity,
white polo,
being
but
like
it's
everybody
uniform.
else.
When
Yeah,
you're
like
fashion-
everyone else.
yeah.
It wouldn't be
But it's-
fashion anymore.
But it's like,
Mm.
it's an expression
It has
of
purpose.
self, and and it changes based on who I want to be. Like sometimes I wear all black because I'm feeling like I really need to protect myself and my energy, or I'll wear heels or a platform because I feel like I want to be elevated, or sometimes I wear flats. I feeling like today I want to be grounded. Like
Mhm.
there's so many different.
Well,
or I'm gonna wear a necklace, or I feel like I want to wear a hat. I want my head covered, or it's like tuning in. It's like an intuitive dress, and
I'm
it's
so
like,
reaching
helps
with
you,
my
like-
mind trying
I'm
to
so
gather,
reaching
trying
right
to say
now.
something good right now. Yeah. So it's like I started eating better, and I haven't been drinking for a while, and I was like, I want to round my beard up. Before it was really pointy. I had so much. It was a couple inches longer. I'm like, I want it to just round it. I want to look more absorbable. I don't want to look like I'm off on any kind of tangent or too much this, too much that. I want to just be rounded.
How you're perceived.
how I'm perceived.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're talking about. We want to dress for how we want to be perceived. It's a
both.
Mm-hmm.
it's like a reflection. What's the word? Not
Projection.
reflection.
No.
Projection.
Projection.
What you're saying is we should dress to how we want to project.
Mm-hmm.
We want it to be
And not for anybody else, it's like approval, but it's for yourself.
Yeah.
So that you have the confidence to be yourself in the way, whatever that is today.
like I'm saying, I'm tapping in. I want to project more of how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the way I looked before was, I was still doing that then.
Yeah.
I was just not, scraggly, unkept, swimming trunks,
Mm-hmm.
flip flops, t-shirt.
Careless.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was doing the same thing we're talking about doing.
Yeah.
It was just there weren't nothing. It weren't nothing to it. I was lazy, so I looked lazy. Loose fitted clothes.
Again, you're embodying that.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that's what I ran into.
Got about 5 minutes.
Okay, well, basically the importance
Oh.
really came when I was working from home and we're like in chill clothes. There's an aspect of getting dressed up for the work or whatever you're doing, because it does change
Sure.
your mindset and how you
Winter
feel.
comes.
Mm-hmm.
We're not summer clothes anymore.
I've
Yeah,
got
right,
to dress.
exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
they are underneath.
Dressing for the seasons
They
of,
cover it up.
not just
We do.
on Earth,
Everybody
but of
does
the month.
general wardrobe change depending on the season.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start dressing every day as a projection
Who you wanna
of my energy
Mm-hmm. Yes.
instead of what I want to look
Well, you're
like.
gonna have to get a job now because you're gonna need you're gonna need a wardrobe.
No. I might have some stuff in my closet from back when I already lived this life.
Well, you can
that's
refresh.
right.
I love refreshing the
Yeah.
There we go.
closet.
I've lived many lives. I do have stuff.
Yeah.
I got a whole closet full of nice
Go
clothes.
through your
I just
closet
don't
and
wear
then
them.
say,
Oh, you
pick
do.
out your
Oh,
clothes.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're good
Uh-huh.
then.
I do. I got the tight. I got the pants that you go. Bloop. Yeah.
I know what you
That
mean.
wasn't meant
Yep.
for the radio.
Yep.
That was just some noises.
I'm still looking for that word
I know.
that is not a costume. It's not a uniform. This is what I'm wearing right here is
Soul
who
projection.
I am. It's who I am.
It's who I
not,
am.
It's not clothing. This
Yeah.
is like so. If we had no clothes on or in our birthday suit, this is who I am. I don't need everybody could say, oh well, there's a human being, skin and everything. There's no thought of, wow, I'm projecting an image of who I feel like I am. So what if we had no clothes? There would there would still be something, right?
Yeah.
Because people will jewel ourselves. I want to wear a feather in my
Yeah.
hair. And, ooh, look at this stone. I want to put that in a ring. That feels so good. Oh my God, that feels good.
Mhm.
Even if we didn't have clothes. So there's something in
There's
our
something,
makeup that
there's
says
something.
we want to adorn ourselves.
Mhm.
Not just with hand-me-downs and whatever's around. It's like something that really means something to me. That shows who I am to me, myself, of who I am. And this will look nice to other people. If it doesn't, well, that's fine too.
Yeah, right. But I feel good, and I love
Huh. An adornment. No, it's not an
We
adornment.
gotta set these intentions. I've said for many years, we know the spells. We just don't practice.
it. Right.
Well, you went on a whole nother thing for 20 years. Now you're coming out of that 20-year season
Re-download.
and re-uptaking
Mhm.
your earlier youth of exploration in all these meta stuffs,
Mhm.
right? There's physical, that's what you did, and metaphysical, it's just all the outside stuff of psyche, all these abilities anyway.
Yep.
We're about ready to close, guys. We've got to shut down in a minute and a half. So
Bless.
is there any Shikoris coming up? Leaf, a couple of weeks after that festival. Ian, Bagel, Wolf.
Yeah,
Lauren is here.
let's get out there to Midway sometime, y'all.
Layla.
Let me know. Let me know.
Seneca. Amelia. All of our beautiful friends.
I won't drink.
You don't want to.
I don't even feel it's
A better person.
It's the more days
I
away
love
from
you.
it, I don't even
Yeah.
feel like it.
Lauren, so glad to have you in the studio
So
as
good to be
always.
here. Thank you.
Great talk.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we really dug
Yeah,
into this uniform
We
stuff.
needed to do this.
And Reiki.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling the energy,
Feeling the
but
energy.
not taking on others.
Yeah.
By saying, this is yours and this is mine, we'll just let all that go.
Yep. Which dress can help with that also.
It's like everything you said, I want to make my own. I do.
Love you guys. Well, a couple more seconds.
Let's get better. Let's
Legends
all get
from
better.
The Canyon Cave, WCOM FMLP, Carborough Chapel Hill, signing out for the day. We'll be back next Monday.
Woo-hoo.
Bye.
Bye.
See?
Do you have to hit the yellow for the No.
On. That's on. That's off. That's off. That's off. That's off.
Open
did
right
something.
up to wolf.
Yeah.
Got a little louder.
Sure did. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wolf.
Kurt's dealing with the wolf.
Indeed.
I think when I hear